And it's Valentine's Day. Welcome to Cat and Todd Live, now known as Behind the Stage Doors. I am so happy to be able to spend Valentine's Day with our peeps.
And look how flashy you are.
Mega
flash.
I wanted to just put a little...
I got to get my sunglasses
I wanted to just put a little sparkle on.
Do these things tint down if we...
Happy Valentine's Day.
I see you over there, but it's so bright.
Well, I haven't gotten dressed up in a long time, so I thought I would.
I'm wearing my Valentine's presents.
Yeah, you are?
These are the pants that you gave me for
Are they comfy?
Oh, these are those modal.
I know. There. Well, you love that soft stuff.
And so the only thing, I'm really in my pajamas. I just put the coat on to hide that. Because this is my soft pajama shirt.
We get ready separately because we're both running up to the last minute.
This is my flash.
And you put on your pajamas with the coat on it, which is great. I would do that. I used to do that when I went out and met my friends at night at Buffalo Wild Wings or wherever we were meeting, because they would have just gotten off of work. They had shows on the Strip. They said, meet us for wings. This is before you. And actually, when I first met
there was no time before.
Okay. So what happened was I would put my coat on over my pajamas and go to Buffalo Wild Wings. I did it all the time. So I love this. But wouldn't you know that I picked tonight to get sparkled up?
I wouldn't normally do it, though.
Yeah.
Because normally I won't do this. I don't like to, underdress for the occasion.
Yes, exactly. Well,
I did wear my Debbie Reynolds hat, though, if that counts.
I love that. I do. I wore my shoes that match everything. See? I don't know if
Flash.
You know what I love?
There I wear my shoes that match too. So.
These match everything, but they have a silver heel. And you know where I got them?
No.
I got them on Amazon. I got a pair with tan and then one with a silver heel for the suit.
Those are the kind of shoes that the news girls always wear with those giant heels.
Yeah.
You can fall off of that and get hurt, though.
But you want to know something? These are super comfortable.
That's
like a 3-inch heel. And
do your ears pop when you take those shoes off?
No, they're so comfortable.
I have to clear mine. I have to do a clearing thing when I come off of altitude that high.
That's right. It's not that high. I've worn much higher. Anyway, welcome to tonight's show. We tried to do this show last Saturday, and I'm just fingers, legs, toes crossed.
Well, Ryan, we're going to have to keep an eye on things because I have. Okay, everybody's watching.
Yeah,
we had serious technical malfunction. We had an encoder break or just die.
So did you put a new one in? I really don't know how these things work.
I robbed the truck of an encoder and brought one in.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, let's keep our fingers crossed because this is a show that's very exciting to me. We started it last week and we just could not.
Are you done with Valentine's Day?
Well, now it's Valentine's Day.
Right.
It's a show about hypnosis in
Valentine's Day.
In cinema, in life. Yours truly is a hypnotist. I've been a professional hypnotist for 15 years, 16 this year. Oh, it's hard to believe. And, it's what it is and what it isn't and how it works and showing it in a movie. And, what we couldn't have, but The Hypnotic Eye. That is a really funny movie about hypnosis, but I actually really liked it.
It's not actually intended to be funny. Actually, it was
not funny, but it's campy.
Well, it was supposed to be, like a film noir. It's because the guy's playing it straight.
It is film noir, isn't it?
Yeah,
yeah.
And I think it fits all the little checkbox for that format.
But it was somebody using hypnosis for evil.
Well, you have to admit, the first time you ever heard of it was when I gave you the poster.
Actually, I had heard of it, but I had never seen it, and I didn't know anything about it. And
then I have the poster in the other room?
Gave me the poster,
isn't it right there? Isn't it hanging right there?
You gave me the poster. I had to see the movie. I had to, because it just is so funny. But people really.
Well, no, but that's
people are scared
Hollywood
of it.
wanted.
Yeah, that's Hollywood's version.
So Rasputin and all of the Svengali type of things that Hollywood has portrayed were intended to mess with people and make them afraid of it. Come on up.
And indeed,
Dawn is bringing on.
Hello, everybody. Dawn is.
There's the hypnotic guy. So look at
our beautiful Carol Merrill.
So look what it actually says.
The hypnotic.
Read it. What does it say? Well, I got to do it.
This is a classic poster.
Okay, spellbound. You gaze into the depths of evil as beauty is hypnotized into a thing of torture and terror, the fate of those who dare to stare at the eye. And it says right here, the movie that introduces hypno magic, the thrill you see and feel. So I wonder what that was.
I don't quite remember having that emotion or feeling watching it, but
Well,
I have to say I really liked it.
Was
If you
there
get
any
a
other
chance
cool
to
names
look
here?
up the Hypnotic Eye, you have to watch it because it's
I don't think Jerry Wunderlich or Sidney
Sydney
Gilleroff did the
did
hair.
the hair and makeup.
So it said, wait, come back. It says featuring the fabulous Fred DeMira, world's greatest impostor. Now that was was that the hypnotist?
Oh, I don't know. I'd never seen anybody in it before, but I will say that I liked the story. It was film noir and it was kind of interesting, but it made hypnosis really scary for people. Sometimes when I do a hypnosis show, it's hard to get people to come up on the stage. There's other places where it's
You've
easy.
not been able to get me up ever.
You know what? I have not. But it's talking about the eyes on that poster. For it's not my eyes that'll get you, it's my handshake. So that's my magic. What do you call it? That's my secret. But I actually love when people are game to get up there because you have to want it. So one thing about hypnosis that's a fact is that it's something we do together, and hypnosis, as otherwise known as the trance state, actually it naturally happens to us several times a day. So it's really not.
Is this the trance state?
That's the trance state. That is the marvelous Pat Collins, the hypnotist, who I saw when I was a little girl. I saw her on the Merv Griffin show, and I was absolutely astonished. And I really could not believe what I was seeing. I'm going to show it.
Oh,
go ahead. No, you go right ahead.
Up.
Yeah. And that's your mom being hypnotized.
That's Pat Collins.
And this is an album that was taped live at the Interlude. And she was just a remarkable hypnotist and one of the very few females at the time. Today, there aren't that many female stage hypnotists.
That's such a cool title.
Sleep with Pat. Yes, it's like the T-shirt I used to sell that said, I got hypnotized by Catherine Hickland, and all I got was this lousy T-shirt. Do you remember that T-shirt?
I remember it well. And did Carrie give you that?
No, your mother had this made for me for my birthday. Yeah.
Wow.
She had this made, and she gave it to me. I think she gave it to me. Let's see, you and I, for my second birthday I spent in this family.
Oh, I just look at it's funny because it says break bad habits and control others.
Yeah.
That's the goal, to control others.
Well, you know what's funny is that people think that thank you so much for bringing that out. People think that, that when someone's hypnotized that they're completely under our control, but they're not. And so,
that's my excuse.
Well, they're not asleep.
Well, I haven't been awake.
I have never controlled you. Are you kidding me?
You told me I haven't been awake for 12 years.
I told you. I say that on stage.
Right.
My husband thinks he's never been hypnotized, but the man has been awake in 15 years now.
Years.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't sure when you actually put me under, because if I knew when you put me under, then I would know I was under.
Yeah. But no, for me.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of if I could put you under, what I would change. Or hypnosis therapy is interesting because people they want to change something. They want to stop something.
Not
they
always,
start
because
something.
I've heard you say to people, someone will come up to Kat and they'll say, "Oh, can you help me quit smoking?"
Yeah.
And she'll say, the first question, "Well, do you want to quit smoking?" And a lot of them will say no. She say next.
Because I can't do that.
No,
if they don't want it, it isn't going to happen no matter what. And so I don't want to waste their time or mine. But for today's big issue is anxiety, that people want to change, that they want to stop feeling anxious. And actually, I'm really good at that because I don't know why, but it speaks to me, and I've really discovered ways to.
Now, do you find that
get
I
to
am
the
ever
root
anxious?
cause? No, but I think if you were going to be anxious, it would. You don't show emotion very often. And I don't think your mom or sister did either. I think that that's kind of a trait that was in your family. I used to call you the flatliners because you didn't register great joy or
Well, I
sorrow
mean,
or anger.
part of that has to do with when you are, for example, a sailor doesn't get seasick because he's always on the seas going
Right.
up and down. And that's how I felt about our life. We were on the high seas all the time of emotion. So you just, nothing is going to get you to react because you have constantly in the middle of such turmoil of different sorts.
Well,
So you become accustomed to it.
No, I think
And you
that
can't react to it. If you did, nothing would happen.
I think there's a lot of truth to that, but in the end, it really is about conditioning or programming, which is another
Well,
word
that's what
for
I
it.
meant. That is conditioning.
Well, also, her parents probably didn't show any. Your mom's parents probably were kind of,
Well, my
you know,
grandfather.
so it
as you
gets
know,
passed
was-
down to her, and then she passes down to you kids.
Well, my grandfather was the king of.
Emotionless.
Right.
Yeah.
Remember when she would say she'd get on my grandfather's lap
Yeah.
and she'd be playing with him and saying, and he'd be like, and then she'd say, "I love you, Daddy," and he'd go, "Ditto."
Exactly. But that's interesting because my dad was exactly the same way, but I'm not that way. I register every emotion. You know what I'm thinking and feeling all the time because it just comes out of my pores. So I don't really know how that happened because my dad was he was like a placid lake, it was incredible. But nonetheless, people come to hypnotherapists for smoking, weight, remembering where they hid the family jewels. I've had it all, but anxiety and breakups, that sort of thing. It's very good. If you go to a good hypnotherapist, it's great. Now, hypnotists, female hypnotists for stage, that's still very rare. And I mean, there might be more than I think out there, but I can think of 2 other female hypnotists that work all the time
Well,
that are amazing. Nadine and Deanna. Those are 2 amazing girl hypnotists. There's very few of us. And it's kind of cool because same with mentalism. I love being just a few of something. It's a man's world. And it's fun to break in there and peek through the window. I like that.
Now, what were you doing last week when we were so rudely interrupted? We're going to recover that territory.
Yes. Okay. So I'm going to show a clip, and it's really kind of for the induction. So how we put people under, and then I will explain.
When you changed clothes, what did you do with your pin?
My pin is pinned still to the shirt that I had on. I
Just
got
like thrown in the hamper.
Not in the hamper, but
Almost
thrown somewhere. It's in the top drawer in my closet.
No.
It's inside out. I can tell you that.
Somebody brought another one.
Oh, okay. That's awesome. So we'll show that later.
Yeah. But I wanted to let you know.
And so for now, I'm just going to show you, what an hypnosis induction looks like on the stage. Very different from in a hypnotherapist's office, but I'll explain to you how that works afterwards. So keep your fingers crossed. Let's hope.
No, we're still on.
No glitchy. Oh, that's right. We were getting kicked off all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, roll it. Welcome back, everybody. This is really going to be fun. Now, let me just tell you why you should be thinking about coming up here for this, because a lot of people think hypnosis is like, ooh, let me tell you something. It is the best you will ever feel. It feels absolutely amazing. It's like having a 4-hour nap in the afternoon, and you just feel fantastic when you wake up. For those of you who choose to come up here tonight, I'm going to give you something. I'm going to give you a gift of sorts. If you have something that's been holding you back, then this is another really good reason to come up here. We're going to have a lot of fun up here, yes, but you're going to feel fantastic in every way. Now, if I could just bring the house lights up. How many people have ever been hypnotized before? Oh, good. Excellent. Because the more, every time you get hypnotized, you go deeper than the time before. I don't know if you know that. It's really fun. How many people are thinking about coming up here tonight? Good. You're not going to do it again? Oh, I would. I would like to have as many. You see how many chairs we have? As a matter of fact, we have an awful lot of chairs. We might not need that many, but we can always just go ahead and put some on the side. But if you're thinking about coming up here, let me just say a few things. We do have rules about coming up here. First, if you're injured or recently been injured, please don't volunteer. We are going to be jumping around, having a good time up here tonight. We want to make sure we don't re-aggravate any old injuries. 2, if you're pregnant, please don't volunteer for obvious reasons. If you're heavily medicated, please don't volunteer. I'm just kidding. All right. If you're thinking about coming up here, then come on up and let's get hypnotized. Let's do this. Everybody give our volunteers a big round of applause. Right? I want you to take a nice deep breath in, all the way in. And just allow yourself to relax as you listen to the sound of my voice. You're going to realize that each and every one of you are going to realize that you are all part of a world-class orchestra. When you hear me count to 3, you're going to realize you are all incredible musicians. Each and every one of you plays an instrument perfectly. And as you relax, going deeper, you realize that that instrument is something you love, and I want you to see it in your mind right now. See that instrument that you play so perfectly right now. At the count of 3, you're going to sit up, keeping your eyes closed. You're going to put your hands on your instruments, and you are going to play them. You are doing wonderful. Go ahead. 1, 2, and 3. Keeping your eyes closed, tune your instruments up. Tune them up. Tuning. You're doing good. And as you tune, you're doing fantastic. As you tune there, get ready, because we are about to play the most amazing classical concert for the people. And this is what you live to do. 1, 2, and 3. Let us begin. Let's give it up for the last remaining standing, sitting, and all of the rest of our world-class orchestra. Give it up. And sleep all the way down.
And that's that.
Yeah. So that is just how in the beginning. I can't show you the actual induction because people could get hypnotized at home, and we don't want that. But if it doesn't matter if you get hypnotized. If I don't keep the mind busy, this is what's so hard about doing stage hypnosis, is that you have to keep everybody's mind going pretty actively, because if you leave them alone for too long, you just naturally pop out of it. And so there's really no such thing as getting stuck in hypnosis. That's one thing that people are afraid of. They're going to get stuck. It's not possible. Once you stop engaging the mind gets bored and pops up. And so it's a myth. But that is just the first thing that most hypnotists do is the orchestra, because it's it's a simple suggestion. You get to see, who is deep, who isn't, because you're going to, I think I got rid of half of those people. It would be really hard to do with all of those people.
I thought you liked having all those people.
I do, but I want to end up with 10 or 12, and that's it. I mean, when I did a show in Pennsylvania last year, I ended up with 25 people still on the stage. Ryan, that was about right, wasn't it? Like 25
Easily.
people. Yeah,
Easily.
So Ryan and Kyle were running my show, the sound and all the tech stuff. And the kids, that was an amazing theater that you all had there. But we still had 25. It was so challenging because I'm trying to keep that many people engaged. And so, but it's really fun. And if you ever have the chance to do it, then I highly urge you to do it, because it is super, it feels so good. And when you have a person you trust doing it, it's an amazing thing. So that is just a little like taste of what goes on a stage in the beginning of the show. That was just the beginning of the show. So what I loved when I was a little girl was I saw a couple of Debbie Reynolds movies, and one was Goodbye Charlie, and the other one was Divorce American Style. Now, Pat Collins, the hypnotist, the woman that I was talking about earlier, she was a big star in her own right in Hollywood because she hypnotized the stars. She was always on a big talk show. She was also always she was in a movie, she was in movies, this one with Debbie. And Debbie and I actually had a big talk about this, her experience with that, because I was wondering if they really did get hypnotized. So did she ever tell you that?
Oh, yeah.
What'd she say?
She said that her and Van Johnson both got hypnotized.
Right.
And then, but it went on and on and on, at a certain point. Meaning that to do the coverage, when you work on a scene like you're about to see, there's a lot of intercutting going on, especially in a live room like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is not like today. They'd bring in multiple cameras, try to film it somewhat live. Back then they did what we call coverage. So you'd have to cut and move the camera and reset up and relight and all this. So this would go on all day long. So, I mean, I'm sure you could keep them under for a while, but she said in the initial wider takes, stage takes, that when
they're setting shots or changing lights or doing something, they would have popped out.
Right. Well, she could, like you said, you have to keep their mind busy. But also, though, I think my mother was very curious always about it. I'm sure she talked to you about it. So,
she did.
And she was very, let's just say taken with Pat Collins.
She was an incredible hypnotist, and I know that girl had a great influence on me, because I always thought it was so interesting. When I went to LA in 1977, the first thing I did was go see Pat Collins in person, because I wanted to see it for myself. And I remember thinking at that time, this is how your mind works, by the way. I remember thinking at that time, boy, that's cool. I'd really love to learn how to do that someday. And that's all it took, was that one thought right in the back of my mind, and it didn't surface for another 40 years. And, it was just like falling off a log for me to learn it. And it was hard to learn how to, hypnotizing people really isn't hard, but doing a show is really hard, because you have to, it's like mental spinning plates. That's the best way to describe it. You have so much going on at once, so.
Well, you like all that.
I do. I have a mind, I have a mind that works really fast. I'm not ADD, but I have a mind that runs fast. And so when I have to be in hyper focus, it calms me down. I really like it. So let's show that clip of your mom and Pat Collins, and you can see her in action. And this was such a cute movie. If you haven't seen Divorce American Style, do yourself a favor and get it. It's really funny. Okay, so the audience loves it.
Sure.
I call it love in the audience. And I have to be very careful when I do it and be very specific, because when you're making a suggestion to a person that's in hypnosis, you have to be very specific, or it can go all kinds of sideways. So I'll see if I notice, like when they're down like this, their hands are usually on their lap, and I will notice if they're wearing a wedding band. So I'll choose that person and I'll say, I see that you're person I'm touching now, I see that you're wearing a wedding band. Are you married? Nod your head. And so if they do yes, I'm like, great. Then I say, is your wife or husband with you? They nod their head yes. And if they say no, if they nod no, then I have to find somebody else. But if I say yes, I say, okay. And I tell them that they're going to, when they hear this music that's about to play, and I play the song for a few seconds. Every time you hear this piece of music, you will get out of your chair, slowly, carefully go down the stairs into the audience. Notice that, slowly and carefully, because I've had people if I didn't say that, go flying off the front of the stage. at the person. So that's the beginning. You just have to be so specific. You'll slowly, carefully go into down the stairs into the audience, find your wife or husband, and you are going to give them the kiss of their life like they have never had from you. You are so crazy in love with them. And I'm building and I'm building. And so they go into the audience when they hear that song, when it comes on, and I'll do it maybe 2 or 3 times during the show where that song comes out of nowhere, and they go down and it's wild.
But
I
it
mean,
shows
they
you
make out with, and
it
I mean,
shows you the origins of this go back to the 60s.
yes. And the audience goes wild because they love love. And, to see somebody that's been married for 30 years make out like that and then I snap them up, and I say, wide awake, and they're down in the audience, they're in their lap, they're making out, whatever, and they just kind of pop up, and the audience loves it. And the line I always say there is, God, I hope that's his wife, because my fear is that they're going to go pick somebody else in the audience, and then I'm going to cause a ruckus.
You should almost run that clip again, and because it would be interesting, now that they've heard you say that, to see it again, because that's a better setup. Okay. What do you say?
Okay.
Okay. No. Oh yeah. I don't have to. I can put it up.
Okay. Here we go. So now they're doing
I'll put it
routines.
up between us here. So so there it is.
Yes.
But you see, she's
got them doing the washing. Okay, here we go. All right. The person I'm touching right now, how are you feeling? Do you think you're hypnotized?
No, not at all, right?
No, yeah, right. She'll say no.
Now this was emulating her club, though. Now, by the way.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me do what you asked me to do. So I want you to go into the audience, and I want you to find the love of your life, and I want you to give him the kiss that he hasn't seen in years. And this is every hypnotist nightmare, I think.
I did notice, you're looking, so there's really 3 love angles happening there. Jason Robards was with Gene Simmons. That's his ex.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to get out of paying alimony.
Right.
So he's trying to get Gene Simmons married off to Dick Van Dyke, who's now being allegedly divorced from my mother, who is now dating Van Johnson to get him off of his hands so he doesn't have to pay alimony. So it's like this giant way to try to avoid paying alimony.
I love this movie. If you haven't seen this movie, you have to see it.
And what TV show did it inspire?
Divorce American Style.
Love
American Style.
They couldn't use the name.
That movie was Divorce American Style, and it inspired Love American Style, which I watched when I was a kid.
There was a theme song that they wrote, Love American Style theme song. Yeah, I mean, that was a hugely popular TV show off of this.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're not going to get those kind of people to play in that TV show.
Exactly. So Pat Collins, she had a club.
Which is what that was supposed to. That wasn't her club, but they were making it look like her club.
I have some questions for you,
Oh,
Pat,
sure.
if you would like. First off, Mindy Hart is here.
Hiya, Minders.
And she's asking, when was the first time you performed hypnosis and realized you wanted to do it?
Well, I studied hypnosis. I became a hypnotherapist first. And then one of my teachers, professor, said, you should take this to the stage. You spent your whole life on a stage and in front of the cameras. You're crazy not to perform this. I was terrified to perform it because I was used to being an actress, having a director, having a script, lines. I knew where I was supposed to be when I was supposed to say this. To the thought of hypnotizing people on a stage and maybe them not getting hypnotized or not. I mean, it's a terrifying thing. No script. You don't know what you got until you're there. It just was scary to me, but I like to scare myself sometimes. So I said, I'm going to try it. So I studied with an amazing hypnotist for stage hypnosis. I was already a hypnotist, so I just had to learn this how to do it on stage. Mark Savard, who is, in my opinion, one of the best hypnotists in the world. I mean, he trained me.
But he was retired for the last several years.
Yeah, but he just came back to Las Vegas, so he has a show here. Mark Savard, very, very, very talented and such a showman. I feel very fortunate that I got to learn from someone so good. So when I finished with him, I booked a theater in New York City right away, an off-Broadway 300-seat theater, I think. And I knew if I didn't do it right away that I would scare myself out of it. with, that's what we do. We scare ourselves out of perfectly cool dreams. So I didn't just do some little theater somewhere. I did a big theater in New York City, and it forced me to rise to the success, or I figured it would go one way or the other, and I could live with it either way. And so that was my first show in New York City. And it went really well, and we had a full theater, and it was really a
And
good
the rest
experience.
is history. Tell us
Yes.
about your costume.
A+.
Oh, Ryan, Ryan was there, right?
It was fantastic.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. And Brian does not BS me, because we have kind of a deal with that. So thank you so much. And is Kyle here tonight?
He is.
Hi, Kyle. Kyle does my sound with Brian, or Kyle are who are on the road with me when I go out on tour. And they both give me, if I don't have a good person with me that I have 100% trust with to do my sound and my music and catch the bodies, because I can't really catch big men. I when I first started out, I would catch as much as I could, but I got hurt. So so if I have an assistant on stage that's doing sound, all the catching of the bodies, that I can relax and do my job. If I don't have that, I literally have nightmares about it, because they can ruin your show. And then that would fall on me. So I love my guys. They're really good. But so that's that. Now I know we have another clip coming.
Are you going to tell us about the costume?
Oh yeah. So the costume next to me right here. This one, I don't know if you can get a long shot of this. This is Pat Collins' costume. You see her name on it. She had her name put in. And I have 3 of her costumes that I got from her daughter. I was so grateful to her to sell me these costumes, because it's such a big part of my childhood and my desire to learn this art and science, because hypnosis is a science, and and how it works is fascinating. And I learned so much, and I love the mind, and I love to talk about it, because people don't understand their own mind, and it's so perfectly easy. Really, it is. So, so Pat Collins had a regular place that she on the Sunset Strip, and that's where I went to see her when I moved to Los Angeles to begin my acting career. And so she probably wore this. And here's a clip of her in her club. She was truly a master of the art. Let's take a look. Still on.
These people are waiting in line on the world-famous Sunset Strip. None of them are nightclub performers, but tonight, 6 of them will appear on the stage of the most unique nightclub
A
in
lot
all
of
of
big
America.
stars would go
Pat
to this
Collins
club
Celebrity
to
Club.
see her and to be hypnotized by her. She was a
They
phenomenon
come
that
from
way.
all over to see Miss Pat Collins, the hypnotist.
I'm going to see the Pat Collins show because she's the most fabulous and talented person in Hollywood, and she's my mom.
Ladies and gentlemen, the queen of the Sunset Strip, the hypnotist, Miss Pat Collins.
Oh my gosh, is she wearing this?
In a few moments, we're going to invite about 5 or 6 of you to come up on the stage to volunteer to be hypnotized. Now, this is for real. If you'd like to come up, you're more than welcome. But I really do not hypnotize you at all. You are going to hypnotize yourself. You do it by concentrating. You do it by taking my suggestions. But this whole thing, gang, is entirely up to you, not me. Technically, all I really do is just say the proper words in the proper place at the proper time. And if you're willing and if you're concentrating, you'll go under. The only thing that you're going to feel physically is just total relaxation. The point I'm trying to make is that when you're under hypnosis, you're not unconscious. You're aware of every single thing that's going on. In fact, you will hear everything. You will see everything. You don't even miss the show. You have just as much fun as the audience. Ha, ha, ha. Well, actually, you have more fun, gang, because you're sleeping with me. And what's his name? The one who's calling somebody on his foot. Was it? John? Dom, hot chair. Hot chair, Dom. No jumping. Okay, no jumping, no falling. Oh, okay, it's okay. Do you think you're hypnotized?
That's sure a hot chair.
Anything else I can make hot for you, honey? How many fingers do you have?
10.
Well, excuse me. Count them out loud from 1 to 10. Your 7 is missing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. I got up this morning, I had 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Don, that man there, Casey, he stole your finger. Took your 7th finger. Tell him you want it back.
I've been really suspicious of this guy from the very beginning. I saw him in line out there, and he looked like a finger thief. I know your type. I know the type, you know.
You've had finger thieves before?
Well, he just has that look about him, you know, like...
Well, get angry, tell him you want it back.
Casey, I want it back, okay? You know, I need...
Well, don't get angry. Beg him.
Casey, do you realize how important it is to have that 7th finger? I mean, you know, you go through life, but not without a 7th.
Plead with him.
I need it. Casey, I need my 7th finger really bad. I mean, like, I need it for just to express myself, you know? To be able to tell the way I really feel.
Oh, I love this person.
When I count to 3, Don, open your eyes, stand up. You're a great opera star. Sing to Casey about your finger. 1 to 3, stand.
I don't know what you went wrong, Casey. But obviously, you are a finger thief. I was about to say.
You notice how the club is way bigger in the movie.
Oh yeah. No, this was an intimate club. I remember when I went there in the 70s, and it was small, but Lloyd Bridges was there that night. There were a couple of movie stars in the audience, and she called it the celebrity room because so many celebrities came there. That was the sign outside the door. And the guy that she was hypnotizing right there actually became a famous DJ in like the San Francisco area. Huh? San Luis Obispo. That's even better because that was close to where we were once. And but it was really a cool thing. She was very, very popular. And it's weird to me to this day that there's so few of us that do stage, the females. But anyway, so I think, I'm not sure the clip next that is with Michael, but there was a guy. It's okay. So sometimes I try to get rid of as many people as I can from the stage if I don't think they're hypnotized, because they can really ruin the show. And if they fake it or so, I don't want that. I want them off the stage because I think they're going to enjoy it more from out there. Number one, and I don't want distractions. I don't want to have to keep my eye on one person all the time, because then it distracts me, and I can it's just not good to be distracted on the stage doing this. So this was in Arizona at the Arizona State Fair, which was really my first big fair, and it was, you were with me. We had a great time. It was a month run. And so Michael, who you're about to meet on this video, came up to the stage, and he's what I call a somnambulist. He can be hypnotized like that, just so quick. I had so many people on the stage, and of course I'm eliminating people, focusing on who I think is really deep. And I thought that he was fine, and so I sent him back to the audience, but the fact of the matter was he was very hypnotized. He went back and sat in his seat and was doing things from the audience. I didn't know this. And so when I awakened everybody on the stage at the end of the show, you have to do that specifically in a certain way to get them to come back to the room and feel good, because you really, and I am very conscious about this because I don't want anyone leaving tired, or I want people to feel good and awake. So he was in the audience and didn't get that experience that I would awaken him properly. Emerge, they call it. I emerged him. And so his friends brought him back, and they tracked me down, and they said, our friend is not feeling so great. He's exhausted, he's out of it, da 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 da. So I recognized him from being on the stage earlier, and I had to rehypnotize him. And so that's what you're going to see now, because I had to emerge him properly. But it's an interesting thing, and he turned out to be a pretty incredible experience for me. So here we go. We'll show you that.
He was on stage, and he was hypnotized, but sometimes we can't always tell exactly who isn't. They might look like they're awake, but they're not, which was the case with Michael. So you see, he's got a hypnotic flush, and he came up to me after the show, and he said he went back to his seat, and all he wanted to do was what?
I was so relaxed, just.
You can tell the glassy eyes, the red,
so what we're going to do
glassy,
here is kind of
pink
cool.
flush
I'm going
skin.
to
These are all signs.
do an emerge on Michael because he is still really sleepy and he didn't have the benefit of getting emerged on stage. Okay. And then he said he might come back at a later show because he really wanted to experience. Yeah. So how are you feeling right now?
I'm relaxed and listening to your voice.
Yeah. All right. So yeah. Oh God. Yes. Okay. So just listening to the sound of my voice, letting each and every noise in this room just simply fade away, going into that beautiful, relaxed state right now. I'm going to count to 3 and have to do that. All the way down from us. We were resting and relaxing comfortably.
Okay, so notice his facial muscles have all fallen. That is another way to see when the face is in utter relaxation. The muscles kind of loosen up and the skin falls.
You are going to feel as if you had a beautiful sleep.
I look for
and when I count to 3 and snap my fingers,
fluttering eyelids and the pink skin, everything you're seeing there.
Relaxed and aware, doing good.
The tapping someone's asking me about right now, and I am telling him that anytime he wants to feel this relaxed, that he just can tap himself on the head like this.
Return to this beautiful state of relaxation. You simply need to tap yourself on the forehead, as I am doing right now. When you do that, you will not go to sleep. You will simply feel that beautiful peace. You feel right now. You're doing great. Doing great. I'm going to count to 5, Michael, not 3. I'm going to count to 5. And when I do, and you hear me say the number 5, you will snap your eyes open, feel fantastic, correct, revive, awake, relax, and aware, doing well and wonderful in every way, doing great. 1, feeling fantastic, more confident than you could ever imagine. 2, feeling joy and happiness. 3, feeling peace. 4, feeling as if you had slept and now woken up like you. Now and 5, wide awake, doing great. Righty. We'll just take a few minutes, and then you're going to be wide awake.
Oh, my eyes are fluttering again.
Yeah, that's because you're actually a great person for hypnosis and would benefit greatly from hypnotherapy or anything like that, because you have a very, very profound ability to focus and concentrate, which is what this takes. All right. So here's what I'd like you to do.
Still exhausted.
Yeah, but you know what? You just woke up from a nap. So in a few minutes, you're going to feel.
I should have said that to him while he was out. It's going to feel like you just woke up from a nap, and in 5 minutes or 10 minutes, you're going to feel better than you've ever felt in your life. So here he is. 20 minutes later,
it's been
they brought him
about
back.
20 minutes since he had his emerge, and so I wanted you to see what he looks like. He's more awake, right? And tell him how you feel.
Feel great. Awake and do a lot of stuff.
Yeah. So all is well.
It is.
Yeah. This is really to show people that this is not a scary experience, that this is really an amazing experience. But it was a very interesting experience because I sent someone back to the audience that was actually half or more in hypnosis. So Michael's going to come back to the next show and get back on stage because each and every time a person gets hypnotized, they go deeper than the time before. And so, we're going to let him experience that. And I'm glad you're back with us.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Michael, so much.
Thank you very much.
So that is, for me, that was really interesting because that was in the beginning of me being a pro. And, and so it was really interesting because he ended up coming back up on the stage and I could hypnotize Michael over the phone. I mean, he was a superstar on that stage. He was so hypnotizable and suggestible. He then he lived in Arizona. He's a RN nurse and he's in the Navy. So he had something that was bothering him. He wanted to know if he could come to Las Vegas and I could work with him with hypnotherapy. And I did. And his whole life changed. He decided that he wanted to learn hypnosis because as a trauma nurse that, it would be helpful. And he became a medical hypnotist. Then he got deployed to Afghanistan and he did some shows over there. So, he's really like a big success story for me, but we ended up becoming really good friends. And so Michael's very special, it's very great. But people that are easily hypnotized are called somnambulists, and we pray for them every time we do a show. Now, this next clip is something that someone just asked me what I consider a phenomenon. This is something I think we're getting close to the end of the clips, but this is something that we're not allowed to do this anymore for insurance reasons because people with very little experience were doing it and people were getting hurt. And so we're not allowed to do it anymore or our insurance will drop us. So I don't do it anymore, but, and anybody that does is crazy because you need to have your insurance. It's called a full body catalepsy. And so I'm going to show it to you. It's not going to have music on it. What I will do is explain to you what's going on. It's not professional footage. It was shot with a cell phone. But I'll explain to you what's going on because it's a phenomenon not to be believed. So here we go. So I hear music. Oh, okay. So I am hypnotizing him. And this is called, he was already hypnotized. This is called a rapid induction. So boom, down he goes. Okay. So now I am programming his mind to believe that I'm telling him, I'm getting him deeper. I'm taking him down deeper and deeper and deeper because you have to be so deep to do what I'm about to do. So I'm just taking him down. So he will stand up in a moment. Yeah, that should not. Okay, so he's going to go turn that off. All right, so now what's happening is I am locking his arms and I am telling him that in a moment I'm going to lock a part of his body. So right now I'm locking his shoulders, his hips, his chest, his arms, every group. And I'm telling him that he is going to be as stiff as a block marble, like he has a marble table. I'm locking his legs, his knees, his shins, his feet, every single muscle in his body. And what it feels like when you do this to somebody is like, think of the Incredible Hulk when he's like bursting out of his, you feel those muscles lock up and get super, super stiff. So stiff that when they pick him up, and to put him on the two sawhorses, there's nothing underneath him. I turned around at this point and saw this. I wanted him to be more stiff. So I went down to his ear and I doubled down, and so you'll see his body stiffen up now. It'll stiffen up a little more. I decided to stay in his ear because what the assistant did was bring up a girl. Now I'm seeing that she's wearing boots with a heel, and I'm like, oh my God. I mean, she's like 5'11", and she's climbing up there. And now I realize that I need him to be as hard as a marble table. And so he's as stiff as a marble table. She stands on him. There's nothing underneath him. Like I said, we don't do this anymore. This is a long, long time ago, probably 14, 15 years ago. And there she's standing. He's got nothing underneath him. And she's like standing on a table. And now she'll come down and you will watch me unlock him, get him back to just, a soft human being. But they have to pick him up a very certain way. This is what we used to call a convincer, because there's not a person in the audience that sees this that doesn't understand that this is absolutely real. And so this is something that I really miss doing. I only really got to do it a few times, maybe 3 or 4, and then by the time it got banned. So now I've unlocked his muscles, unlocked his neck, everything. And wake up and make him feel really good. He won't remember any of it, and take a bow. And that's it. So there you go. That is the full body catalepsy. And for me, it's a phenomenon I have always thought was very cool. And so I hope you liked it, because we don't do it anymore, so I miss it too. It was really, really good. So that is the phenomena that, if you were asking, that I just thought was really cool. So that was the last clip on the hypnosis. And so I hope that you enjoyed it and that you learned a little something. We have one brain and 2 minds, the conscious and subconscious mind. And your subconscious mind is the one in the back that stores everything like a hard drive on a computer, everything you've ever seen, felt, experienced, heard, touch, and your conscious mind does not remember all that, because it's very limited. It's selective, but the subconscious mind it's as good as being recorded. It doesn't know truth from lies. It accepts everything as fact, and it's the one that makes the decisions that you make, that you go, why did I do that? I like to liken it to relationships. When you get in a relationship and it's a bad relationship, it was just not a good person, and you're like, oh gosh, I never want to get into that again. And the next person you pick, only the face changes, and the person still has the same bad qualities that the first one had or the last one had. And it's because your subconscious mind has been programmed for what you know. And so you grew up in a dysfunctional household. You grew up in dysfunction in relationships around you, your parents maybe. And so it only knows that. So consciously you think, I don't want that. But the subconscious, which runs the show, makes the decisions, is just, it only knows yes. That's what I know. I'm going for that. So in hypnosis therapy, I have to break that pattern for somebody. If they came to me and said, I just have the worst picker. Your mom was a really good example of somebody with a broken picker. She just picked badly. And I wanted so much to hypnotize her for that, because it's so doable. It's just reprogramming the mind to get out of that bad pattern,
Yeah, but after making such huge mistakes and choices of men, I think she would have been hyper annoyed to make another choice.
Oh, I think by the time I came along, she was done. But here's what I noticed about your mom, except for Robert Wagner.
Todd's mic isn't on.
Oh.
You don't need to hear from me.
Yeah, but your mom was done dating. Although I gotta say, I do want to tell the story really quick, because it was the cutest thing ever, and it's like one of my favorite memories of her. So after she had the first stroke, before the one that actually took her, she. Oh, thank you.
She's
Let
fine.
me turn it off.
No, her mic was fine.
It's glitching. So one of the stories that I wanted to tell about you that was just as cute as could be I've been seeing people say that through the whole show. So thank you.
Maybe it's the connection.
Yeah. So when your mom had her first stroke, or not the second one that took her, but the first one, when she started to maybe a year in after that, she was, she met somebody who I don't remember how they met, but he had a nurse, she a nurse, and what's wrong? Okay, is it working? Oh, it is the sequence. Okay. So anyway, they went on a date, and he was older and she was older, and they both had nurses, and they went to the Bistro Gardens for dinner. Do you remember this? And it was his, and she.
I bet is the handheld mic on?
She had a really good time. You know what? This happened to me in a performance once over there. Do you remember that? Sequence. Do you ever have that happen to you on a stage? Yeah, that's so weird. But anyway, it was his birthday coming up, and he invited her to the dinner, and I had a cake made for him for her with his picture on it, and and it was so cute. But she wasn't able to go because she didn't feel well. But I sent a cake in that she wanted me to have made, and that was so cute. And then it was shortly after that she and Carrie passed. But so she did go on a date. She went on a date, and I remember that. All right. So let's move to the end. Ryan, why don't you come on in, or Seth, and take over from here? I think it's you, Seth, so I'm going to give you that.
No, what I was explaining, by the way, for those with the technical difficulties things, it is your sequence, because this happened. We were running sound for the show. You remember that, and I was wearing near the 360, and it kept crashing, and we realized it was the sequins that were causing frequency. So, America, if you were ever wondering why your system is crashing, look at giraffe, maybe, and occasionally happen when I'm not wearing sequins as well, depending on what I'm
I don't
wearing.
think sequin is the same. Those have metallic.
But those have something in them, because it was the same exact pants and suit.
Now, speaking of pins,
so that's what we're going to move on to. Would you like to show and tell your pin?
I have a pin
Clothing
that I'm wearing. Go to the close-up camera, Buck. So this pin is a cool pin, because if you look right here, my mother is wearing this pin in Singing in the Rain. This was on her little out, and I think I have a close-up of it a bit later. You could see it on her shoulder there, right there. So now there was also one on her waist, but kind of a cool thing. And then what we did is we took that pin off, and we sent it to a jeweler who made a mold out of it, and he used lab-grown diamonds instead of cheap rhinestones, which is what's in the movie. So here's the one from the movie right here. So this is the one that's the original one from the movie, and you can see almost how yellow it is almost. And this one, of course, is real silver with platinum plating on it, and then it's got lab-grown diamonds on it, 15 carats of diamonds. So we brought this up last time and said if someone was interested, some people were interested. So we had some made. Now, the other thing is these two first prototypes don't have any writing on the back. The ones that we're going to make are going to have right back. So it'll say Debbie Reynolds on the back at least. And that's the plan. But they're really, it's a pin back, and it's designed. There you go. Yep. Go ahead and look at the close-up camera. You can see how they have a pin on the back, so you can wear it at a lapel, men or woman. These days, I noticed a lot of men are also wearing these things on lapels. But anyway, it's a fun piece. We asked people, and it'll be it's an exact replica. I took this one, the original, and we modified. We had a mold made, and then this is made of pot metal. We had it made of actual silver from Debbie's collection, and then had that platinum plate. So it wouldn't tarnish. So we've come up with at this point, Ryan, I can't remember. Was it $500? Oh, you got it on the site there. Okay.
Reynolds Studio
So
Store.
we're taking deposits on it. If you want one, now that you can actually see it, we actually have what it's going to cost now. So it's $4.99. Is that what it was going to be, Ryan? $5.99? No, I don't know.
So I have a price.
$4.99.
$4.99. Okay. So there it is, and it's on this. It's on the site. We're going to make up to 100. We're not going to make 100 out of the box, but we're not going to make any more of that. And so if you go to the Debbie Reynolds Studio Store, you can leave a deposit if you want one, because they can only make, these are all made by hand, so they can't. A million of them aren't first come first serve. We'll take them in order. Whoever gets there, we're able to keep track of that, right?
Yes, and I also have some notes here as let's see. So if they would like, so the brooch is $409, but would like an additional 4x6 signed photo of your mother, it's $550.
Okay, so that's it. Yeah, many people have in our group have signed Debbie items, but we would put a small one if you want to create a whole display with this. Personally, I think it's really wearable. I'm going to wear mine.
It's very wearable.
And Kat's got hers. Show it to the camera.
How many did you initially have made?
There's only these two.
This is it? Well. Oh, I need a microphone. Sorry. I keep forgetting.
Is it off or is it on?
I don't, it's off because it's crackling. Which of the sequence, because yours is doing the same thing. Okay. So I had mine on today. What is the metal again?
Well, that's made out of sterling silver with platinum plating.
And then they're lab-grown diamonds.
And they're lab-grown diamonds.
They're beautiful.
And it's a really, I mean, from what I'm
So
looking at right here, it looks spectacular.
It won't turn.
No, it can't tarnish.
Can't tarnish, which is so great because it drives me nuts when I have stones and something.
I mean, to be honest, the pictures
pretty.
don't quite do it justice.
No, but I'm moving it so you can see the sparkle.
Yeah, it really sparkles.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
But if there just isn't anything like this around. I looked around. There just is nothing. So actually having something from Seeing the Rain, it's impossible. There is nothing.
Right.
And then having exact replica of my mom's piece is cool. I think. Obviously, if you were buying this piece off of her dress, it'd be thousands and thousands. Now there is one other option. If I don't remember the amount. I believe if you really wanted it, they can also make it in platinum for real. So instead of being plated on silver, it's $2,000 is what will cost.
Wow.
So there's no difference in the cost. It doesn't matter to them what they pour into the mold.
Right.
But it's $2,000 worth of platinum that goes into the mold if you want a platinum one. I personally don't know why you would need it. It shows really, really nice. As you can see, even on the back. Let's see if I can turn it. You can see. I mean, they're going to polish the back as well, by the way. So anyway, it's pretty cool. And it's a rare thing to be able to have. So I wanted to create something like that. I really wanted to do a piece of jewelry. We don't have anything of Debbie's out there in jewelry.
No. And actually, I am amazed at it's more beautiful.
Oh, it blows away the original
yeah,
one.
because
look at the original one. I was like laughing
Yeah.
when
yeah, because in
That's
person
true.
it's brilliant.
which is exactly the point.
Yeah.
I mean, Hollywood, only made things as good as they needed to be to pull on screen.
Yeah.
That's what that. But I can't. There's no comparison. This is an actual jewelry, whereas this is costume jewelry at the best. Yeah, I mean,
Right.
yeah. But anyway, so I have a few that were interested in that. I wear mine, so I don't. I don't care whatever they say.
Who cares what people say? If you start thinking about that, you're dead or daughter.
No, I broached the other night to the aliens. I wore her little diamond and gold alien thing. So, and I think it's kind of a classy thing. There were men who back in the day, in the 50s and 60s and 70s and 70s, classy. They wore jewelry on their lapel. I mean,
Men
so
today that do.
so there you go.
I'm
well,
look-
I mean,
look at Seth. He
I'll
wears
just cut to the chase.
big old
The
earrings
straight man can wear a thing on their lapel is what I'm saying. Well, I'm not worried about Seth. We all know where that one goes. It's not a bad thing. Men don't get a chance to kind of glam up in a classy way. So you wear cufflinks, maybe. Some guys won't do that. Some guys wear rings. I'm not into big flashy rings. I would just damage them anyway. So yeah, cool stuff. When will they be? They are available right now. We have the molds standing by.
Yeah.
They'll be made as they're ordered.
Yes.
So really it's just a matter. I took just like a week to get from the mold to the stones to the finish line. So if you want to pre-order, they will be available. Now, the only reason why I'm not selling these, don't say Debbie Reynolds on the back.
Yeah.
So what I had to first approve this.
Yeah.
So these two were for effective prototypes.
Right.
And then I discussed how to do the Debbie Reynolds on the back. So, like when you see on a ring or something and they engrave very small, 14 or whatever it is, it's that small. It's going to be engraved on the back. Now, I'm trying to put Singing in the Rain on the back too, but I don't know if that's going to happen.
You know what?
The Debbie thing is going to happen.
I can just do with this. I love chokers. From the
You can make a
60s.
necklace or a
You can make
choker.
choker out of that with ribbon.
Well, if you think about what Debbie does, it's actually on her shoulder holding a scarf.
Yeah, the scarf, exactly.
I mean, I think you have more options. Girls have more options.
That's what I'm going to do with my habit. Oh, sorry, I'm not
Tie
talking
pin.
to-
He brings up a point. You could wear it as a tie clip.
Yeah, you could. Yes.
They'll be ready now. Oh, I mean, if somebody
but they're just,
you don't have, we'll ship them to you, or we'll hold for you. It doesn't matter. If you want to get it, well, thing though, if I'm going to have it made, because to pay for the whole thing.
right. No, well, they're saying if they
Yeah, I get
for
it.
pick it up.
They can
when
pick it
they're
up.
here.
We'll hold it for
Yeah.
you with in a little name sack. We'll get a little bag and put you on it.
Well, I am so excited because speak May. First of all, guess who's in town right now?
Who's in town?
Okay, so Jeffrey's in town, and he's one of the we's before. I think when your mom had her sign rededicated at the museum. But I'm so excited to see them.
Now, what happened in town here recently?
What else happened in town?
Yeah, a couple
We're
of
in
days.
Vegas. A lot
I know, but
happens.
something big happened just a few days. What happened?
What was it?
Huge.
Something cute. My birthday.
Your birthday.
I had such a good birthday.
So we all ready?
We're
Everybody ready?
oh my gosh. Okay.
No, we can just ready.
Ping. Look at a lot of people are
So that's her happy birthday. Now that the reason, for those of you who don't know, that's the Carrie Fisher version. You have to pay copyrights for the music. So sing happy birthday. So this way,
oh, look at people. People are
We
still
do.
on the
so they're doing it in their little text.
Yes.
So that was Kat's birthday. So we've gotten past it, and but I just wanted to, since we didn't have a show around it, so now we can.
Well, it was a great birthday.
And she didn't want a cake the other night at all, sort of celebration. So she
That's not true.
well, we had food, but no celebrating libations.
Well, I get it for everybody. So you want to get me a cake at Freed's, I'm going to say yes, even if I'm off of sugar, because I love it. In fact, I'm going to go get a couple of the cupcakes
Right
this
now?
weekend. No, they're closed right now. But Todd took me to a beautiful dinner, and we saw the Righteous Brothers and
At the South Point.
at the South Point, and it was so good. So good. Bill Medley is 85 and his voice is still amazing.
No, he's fantastic.
Yeah,
I mean, when you consider his age and that he is, he's still just, especially when he does the blues stuff. I mean, there's a certain thing in his wheelhouse that's unbelievable. He sings all these other songs. Time of Your Life. I mean, come on.
Oh, he was great.
He kills it.
And then
Bucky.
Bucky Hurd, who sings with him, and He's
He hit such
astonishing.
high notes that you
He's-
get a nosebleed.
He and his daughter is astonishing, and Bill sings of your life from Dirty Dancing
And the
with him.
duet.
Yeah, great.
No, it's a
Anyway,
cool show,
I
and
loved
it's
my
fun.
birthday. Thank you so much. It
Well,
was a
that
great
was
birthday.
that's why I brought it up. I wanted credit on camera, so I just glad we got that out of the way.
Yes, and thank you to the people who sent me things, and I'm
The whole house. I can't
I'm
even
going
get.
to acknowledge.
I can't
this.
even get to my room because there's so many flowers lining the hallway. You can't even
know.
get in the door.
It looks like the funeral.
It does.
It's beautiful. No, I mean there's a lot. Is it? But anyway, I. Speaking of May, I just want to talk to. Did you want to say something?
Well,
Oh
I mean,
my gosh.
we could do that.
No, don't show them anything. No.
Don't show them.
No.
Okay.
It's going to be a surprise, but we just added a wing to the museum. And we will eventually show it. I mean, it's incredible. So to those of you coming in May, that's when we will open it. And, because I don't want to show it until it's done. It is so beautiful.
I mean, I do have that little piece of video, but it's just a quick walkthrough.
Okay. I mean,
No.
Okay.
Ryan is the voice of reason. Yes.
Well, so here's what happened. We got all of the. We took a room offline for the house. There's plenty of room. Nobody's crying.
I cried.
She cried, but now,
No,
how do you
happy.
feel now?
I'm glad we did it.
I wanna be happy
I'm glad.
till I won't be happy. Okay, so we took a room offline, and so there's about double, not quite, but almost double the space of displays. Many more costumes on display. Many more artifacts on display because we have a lot of display cases. Some of which are it's like going to a jewelry store. We have beautiful jewelry store style display cases. We have a lot of new film clips that go with the new costumes.
Oh, it's incredible.
New lighting in there. It's going to be so the people that are going to see it obviously first will be the people coming to our May event, which is the weekend event of May 3rd, 4th, 5th, I believe. And then the 15th, 16th, 17th. So if you don't know about that, you can get on to where? Debbie Reynolds Studio Store has a little blurb on it, but I think we're almost sold out. So there are a few slots, perhaps. Are there a few slots? Few slots. So
So
anyway.
if you want to know more about it, I mean, Ryan, do you want me to say anything now? Do you want to show anything?
Yes.
I can pull something up.
Okay. So the second event, the first event sold out so fast that we were absolutely stunned because, well, I just never expect that sort of thing. And then we added a second event, which is, I think, the thing we have about 6 spots left. I might even be wrong about that, but I think that's about it. And it's called Cat and Todd's Las Vegas Experience. And it's going to be incredible. If you want to know about it, just go to the Debbie Reynolds Studio Store. And it is May 15th, 16th, and 17th. We have a party Friday night. I'm doing my new show in the theater that night. It's going to be a dinner that night at the house. It's incredible. It's so beautiful in our back by the pool, and it's just magical. So we will be doing that. See the Wizard of Oz at the Sphere. And after we come back and meet here for lunch, and then we have a party that night by the pool, a dinner party that night. We have events going on in the theater. We're going to watch a movie together, a classic film together, and Todd will be talking to what went on during that time.
Well, and we'll have the
answer
costumes
questions,
from
Q&A.
the
We'll
movie.
have the costumes from the movie. There's just so much together time.
We're going to actually, the way I'm planning it, we're going to actually have the camera out that made the movie.
Yeah.
And the costumes there and the lights and the stuff everything that went into making the movie, you're going to be able to see.
Well, I'm so looking forward to it because though we have done 2 cruises, this is serious time for all of us to be together without worrying about any ship schedule or anything like that. It's our time, and it's going to be a complete love fest. It's going to be great, and I'm looking forward to the first one and the second one.
There you go.
Yeah.
So that is still available. And of course, the big reveal though is that'll be the first time anybody's ever seen the new museum
Yeah.
space.
I think it's
So
beyond
that'll
stunning.
be,
Yeah.
well-
I was shocked at what you did with that.
Well, it's not just me.
Boy,
Dawn came
Dawn,
in multiple times, has worked
Seth,
hard.
you,
Everybody has
Buck.
worked on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Buck has worked on it, even much to his chagrin because he is so annoyed.
And by the way, you're doing awesome on camera.
And
who's that in
switching.
the back? Who dat?
Mark Selland and his
Oh
wife
my
have
gosh,
arrived.
Hi, you guys.
And
we have a live audience.
that's right.
Yeah. So now, Ryan, I'd like you to come on, and if you could help me explain the wheel, because that all happened right before I went. So give me an idea what we're doing. Hello, pal. Happy Valentine.